Hi, I'm Rick, and I like to make tiny trees. So in today's video, I'm going to be repotting these Mimosa Pudica, or sensitive plant. They're all going to get their own little pots. Well, some of them actually get put into multi-pots because you wouldn't believe how many there are. Short video here on why they're called a sensitive plant. Essentially, the leaves fold up when they get touched by an animal or moisture, or even wind actually, funny enough. The stems also bend as well. I'm guessing obviously as they age and they kind of brown off, that won't happen so much, but yeah, they're a fun little species. What I didn't realise when I bought this plant, obviously, what was it, £3? I'm trying to read the label. I think it's about £3.50 for this whole pot. I didn't realise there's about 50 odd individual plants in here, so it becomes a bit of a fun repotting process. And later in the video I do actually count them out individually to see how many I've got. Now I thought they might just be like 2 or 3 kind of plants with loads of stems coming from them plants, right? But it seems like they chucked about 50 seeds into a pot and they all sprung up. So in the meantime, some updates on some of the other trees. So this is one of the tamarins that I repotted. One of about 12, I think. I gave a couple away, but as you can see, a new bud growing there, so that one's doing good. Some of the others not doing so good. I think I've had about 3 of them fully die on me. The others have still got signs of life, so I'm leaving them for now. And this is actually one of the Mimosa Pudicas that I'm about to repot, but we're now probably about 5 weeks away from when I record this video. So you can see they're doing well. This is my Brazilian rain tree that in the previous video I showed the repotting of, because it dropped all its leaves essentially, and now it's started to regrow, so that's good. And this one's my cat's claw, which obviously I said there was a bit of an issue with. It dropped all its leaves and it looked like it was dying on me. I repotted it just to see if it would work. And luckily for me, there is actually a little bit of green there, so it is sprouting from the base. Now I think the top is dead. I think the top has died off. Sorry for the poor filming. But yeah, there is some new growth coming in on that, so I'm just going to leave that alone now. Completely leave it alone, probably for a good year. Obviously it's in some good soil now for it, cocoa coir, so it should be alright. It all helps with taper, so I don't mind it really. Moving on to some others. So this is one of my adeniums. I haven't actually done a video on this one recently, but this one's starting to bud out as well, which is quite nice to see. And this is the one I did do the video on, which is the Ansu Baobab one, and as you can see there's new growth on the top there, so that's doing well after this little repot. And then my tamarind, so I just wanted to kind of zoom in on the bark on this tree really. I really like the way it's aging. You know, this tree was brown top to bottom, and now it's starting to get this like grey kind of barky texture going on, which is, you know, it's a good sign of age. That actually needs a trim soon. And then some lilliputs. So I bought 2 lilliput cuttings. They didn't do anything for about 2 months, and I thought, oh great, they're just going to die. They've started to grow now, so good news. Anyway, back to the repotting of these. So yeah, as I'm pretty sure you can tell, there's a lot in one pot here. So I started teasing away the soil, and then luckily the soil was kind of loose enough that I could just kind of pull them out with roots intact rather than breaking all the roots. Now, have I damaged some of the roots? Probably. I know there's a couple that have died out of these already, but I would say 40 out of 50 have survived. Again, I gave some of these away as well because I've got so many. It's quite an interesting species. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to be any kind of viability for bonsai, but I really like his leaf pattern. You know, you can probably tell my tamarins. I've got a couple of different tamarins. I've got some Brazilian rain trees as well. And then now some mimosas. So here we go, counting away. I'm not actually going to sit here and count, but I'm pretty sure there was 51. Now, so the main objective with splitting these was that I can grow them all on properly rather than, you know, some of them were healthy than others, and they eventually would have shaded the others out and they would have died off. So Just trying to keep as many as possible, whether I give these away or sell them for a couple of quid, you know, whichever one it is. And there they are, all in their pots. So yeah, some of the stronger ones are left in their own pots, and some of the weaker ones I kind of put all together. Short video today, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.